What's up, guys? Wrestlemania Night 2 was stupendous. Welcome back to another video from my Fun Figures Industry. Today we have a review on WWE Wrestlemania Night 2. What a night it was, so enjoyable. My Fun Figures, let's get it done, baby. Wrestlemania Night 2 review. Alright, guys, now we are going to get in the show. Starting off with the first match. It was RK Bro versus the Street Profits versus Otis and Shad. Let's just get a tripod set up. So this kicked off the show. Pretty basic entrance. The Street Profits actually had a cool entrance with the solo cups, but for whatever reason they didn't really get the camera angle on it. Alpha Academy had a really cool entrance when Chad went sheesh. I love when he does that. Basically, the full match was really good. Some sick spots. Montez Ford leaped over the turnbuckle and took out everybody. That was sick. Two wicked RKOs. The first one I'm going to talk about is the one on Montez, where it was from the top rope by Riddle. That was wicked. And then Chad got a wicked RKO. Man, he took a bump from Randy Orton. So did Montez Ford. What a match. This was a great way to kick off WrestleMania, and RK Bro retained their Raw Tag Team Championships. I wanted RK Bro to win. They did. Let's get into the next match, bro. And also, Gable Stevenson got in the ring, and then he had a little spot with Chad Gable, which was really funny. They were all drinking in the solo cups. Randy, RK Bro, and the Street Profits, and then Chad came in and smacked the cup out of the hand of Gable Stevenson, and then Chad said, you do not do that when you're in my presence, kid. And then he goes, sheesh, and then Gable Stevenson picked him up and done a big German suplex to him. Then Gable Stevenson gave him a suplex. Then they all drank. Gable Stevenson drank with the solo cups with RK Bro and Street Profits, which was cool. Next match over here, it was Bobby Lashley taking on the Giant Omos. It was not Omos's house tonight, because this match, actually a pretty cool entrance for Bobby Lashley. He had like some drum thing at the start. Sick ring gear. Love to get a figure. It was like red pants, then it was like black. I thought that looked epic. But anyways, getting into the match, pretty cool spots. Omos did, I think I'll have to give it a rematch, but he looked pretty dominant. He threw Lashley around like he was Akira Tozawa, which was pretty mad. Yeah, it was Bobby Lashley's former two-time champ. Of course he's gonna win. He done a spear to the back, then he done a spear to Omos, pinned him 1, 2, 3, which I thought was a little meh. I thought it was good. This match was good. Not gonna spend any more time talking about this one. I thought it was just a solid, good match. Nothing more than I expected. I might expect a rematch, but Bobby Lashley wins. It was good, like I predicted. Getting into the next match now, guys. Getting into the next match, it was Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville in a no disqualification match. Anything goes. Sami Zayn came out, pretty cool entrance. Same ring gear as always. Then Johnny Knoxville came out in his Jackass stuff. Well, kind of. He was wearing red. I don't even know if it's his Jackass stuff. I've never seen Jackass. But he came out, he looked pretty cool in his red. Same gear as Royal Rumble. He wore something like that. He wore like a red top. Then he wore like little red shorts. Yeah, pretty cool match. There were some really cool moments in this match. Like so many tasers. There was the stop signs. There was trash bins. There was crutches. There was freaking everything in this match, guys. It was so flippin' funny. There was Johnny Knoxville got all of his Jackass crew. The small guy done a slam to Sami Zayn. This guy took off all of his clothes except for his knickers. That was hilarious. Everything else was just hilarious about this match. There was a big hand that whacked Sami Zayn. He got this thing to the nuts, like this big boot. He kept on getting this thing and like hunking in his face. He's bloody tasing him with a freaking bloody taser. He put him through a table which had mouse traps on it. He put him through mouse traps. It was crazy, this match. Sami Zayn did get a lot of offense. If it wasn't for the Jackass crew, Sami Zayn would have won. But in the end, Johnny Knoxville picked up the win with the mouse trap, which was hilarious. The Jackass crew was hilarious. This was funny. I don't think I've ever laughed so much in a wrestling match. That was absolutely stupendous. I loved that, WWE. You were brilliant for that one. Next match, I don't have any figures of this, but we're going to get into it. Alright guys, after the next match, it was the women's tag team match. It was Sasha Banks and Naomi versus Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley versus Shayna and Natalya versus Carmella and Zelina Vega. This match was good. Yeah, just kind of basic Wrestlemania stuff. I thought this match was good. I definitely enjoyed it. I thought the entrances were pretty cool. Sasha Banks and Naomi had pretty cool ring gear on. Queen Zelina did pretty cool. Yeah, there's pretty good stuff in here. Good match. Had some cool spots in it. Just bodies flying everywhere. Carmella and Zelina Vega almost won a couple times, but they didn't. In the end, Sasha Banks and Naomi end up picking up the dub. I did want Rhea and Liv, but they were not able to. And they gave it to Sasha and Naomi, which I'm okay with. Looks like they're going long term with that tag team, which should be good. So yeah, guys, now we're going to get into the next match. And the next match on this show was, we had, well, I don't know if this is actually in order. The next match, oh no, this was next. It was Sheamus and Ridge versus the New Day. The New Day had Big E ring gear on, which looked hilarious. And then this match, they just all came out, pretty basic stuff. Then the match was pretty short. Ridge just took... they took Kofi out with a broad kick, then Ridge hit Northern Lights, and then Ridge won it for the team. So that was it. That was that match done, and yeah, that was okay. And then the next thing on the show, I don't have any figures of any of these guys, so we're just gonna focus on the WrestleMania stage, I suppose. It was, I'll take Sasha Banks away. It was Austin Theory versus Pat McAfee. Austin had a cool entrance with the selfie. So did Pat McAfee. Had a really cool entrance. He had that, I forgot the name of the song, but he had a really good song playing. It was really sick. He had a bunch of cheerleaders coming out. It was a really cool entrance for Pat. Really gave Pat a lot of moments in this match. Pat McAfee was sick. He done like a flip off the top rope. He done freaking suplexes. He done freaking bloody everything. He was just amazing. I'm trying to remember what else he done. He won with a roll up pin, but Pat McAfee really impressed me. He beat that living hell out of Austin Theory. Then he beat him. Pat McAfee, well, you were like one of my favorite things about the whole night. One of my favorite things about the whole weekend. He was just brilliant. I loved it. Then freaking Vince McMahon had to get involved, which was so freaking annoying. And then Pat said, Pat actually said he wants a match with Vince freaking McMahon. And then Vince was watching Austin Theory's match the whole time. And then Vince and Pat McAfee had a match, which was crazy. There was nothing really that good in it. He just beat the shit out of him the whole time, really. Austin Theory pulled Pat into there, and then he got a low blow. And then he just kicked him. He kicked a football at him. That was funny. Vince McMahon wins the match. Shattering glass. You're never gonna guess who's back. He's gonna give you a can of what person. Stone Cold what? Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out. Stunner he gets in the ring with Vince. Cracks open a can of what person on him. He drinks a beer with him. Vince is he's drinking, and then he's just drinking a beer with him, and then he just stunners him, and it was so funny. I've never laughed so hard from a stunner before. It was absolutely hilarious. He gave him a stunner, and then Vince got stunner from Austin, and it was hilarious. The cell was so crap. It was so freaking bad. The cell, look it up. It was awful, but it was hilarious. Vince couldn't just take a bump. He didn't even take a bump against bloody Pat McAfee, but he won. Yeah, that was hilarious. Then Stone Cold Steve Austin drank with Pat McAfee. What a sell, Pat. You sell the freaking stunner. Amazing sell. Then he stunnered Pat, and then he drank some beer, and then that was it. Like that was just incredible. Stone Cold added so much to this. Getting into the next match, guys, it is the phenomenal one, AJ Styles taking on this new Edge. What an entrance from both men. AJ Styles had some sick... Sorry, guys, he had some sick ring gear, and it was like white ring gear. And then Edge, his ring gear looked so cool. He had like this black thing on, then he had like this little cape on it, like a vampire kind of. Deadly. The gear, purple gear, please. Please, man, we need a figure of both of them. Give us a double pack. That would be deadly. The entrance was so freaking cool. I love this new theme song. Won't you reach the other side? It's so freaking good. This new theme song is epic by Edge. I absolutely am obsessed with it. When I was doing this, I was playing it. What a match this was. It was very slow. A lot of sick moments. AJ hit Styles Clash. He hit a phenomenal forearm. He was about to go for another phenomenal forearm. Who was on the outside of the ring? Damian Priest. He distracted him. Edge hit a freaking wicked, like I did in my figure match, but I made AJ win. A freaking wicked spear in the air. I actually done that spot in my match, and AJ's gone for a phenomenal form here with spear. It was freaking insane. Then Edge won the match. There was a bit of a botch on AJ Styles' entrance. He hit his head, then he started bleeding on the entrance ramp. Thank God he's okay, but yeah, that was nasty. I seen that on Instagram, and I was like, I thought it was from Pyro last night. Then I seen it on my phone this morning. I was like, what? He hit his head off the stage. Oh man, it looked nasty. Hope AJ was okay. Hope he didn't hope he was okay during the match. This was epic. I love this new faction. I love this idea. Damian Priest and Edge, the new faction. Hopefully they add more. Tommaso Ciampa, Finn Balor, somebody else. Like, there's so many different guys you could add to this. Bray Wyatt. Imagine you had like a freaking burnt fiend with these, or bloody just a fiend. By the way, I ordered the burnt fiend figure. I'm so excited to get it. That's what I would do. Imagine you had the burnt fiend and then you had these two. That was sick. I love this. This is a big plus. Getting into the main event, it was the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Two pretty basic entrances for them. Roman Reigns had a pretty cool entrance. Came out the Usos. He had like a normal... I'm going to move RK Bro so I can see Roman. He had a pretty normal entrance. The only gripe about this match is it was a finisher fest, which I'm okay with. But it was nothing different to what I've seen before from these two. It was like the exact same kind of match, like suplexes, F5, Superman punches, spear. It was definitely a cool match. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns went at it. Roman, I seen this morning too. He popped his shoulder out of place, and Roman even said last night that he did, and it was true. Brock, like, literally, I don't think this was meant to happen. Brock, like, literally locked in a Kimura lock, and he, like, literally went all out with Annie freaking done that to Roman's arm. So, and then somehow Roman continued. He hit a spear. What a spear, and then he won both the titles. Great scenes. Just great moment for Roman. Just a great way to end WrestleMania. Roman whip out of the titles. I love Roman Reigns. The best to ever do it. Not the best to ever do it, one of the best to ever do it for sure. You gotta just say that. Roman, of course, AJ is always gonna be my favorite, but I think AJ and Edge should have a rematch. WrestleMania Backlash. AJ was gonna win. AJ was about to win if Damian Priest didn't come out. But yes, I just thought that was absolutely brilliant. WrestleMania Night 2. I'm gonna score it an 8 out of 10. It wasn't as good as Night 1. I thought it was stupendous, but it was not as good. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just let me get the... Alright guys, that was the video. Thank you a lot for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and comment. Don't forget to share, like, and comment to my fan figures. Hope you guys enjoyed WrestleMania. Drop your scores down in the comments. Thank you a lot for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and comment. Elite action figure collection coming soon. I'm probably going to upload it tomorrow. My fan figures out.